So, who wants to recap how we got here?
I can.
I guess I will.
Can everybody see? Oh no, everybody can see. Now everybody can see in probably a few seconds.
Hold on. Let's go down.
Yeah, this is a big map, so we're probably gonna be like all the way on the bottom of it.
Yep, I got it.
There's two of me.
It's
The more the better.
It's an unseen servant.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
No, just roll initiative to fight the second Vera. It's trying to stab somebody.
I guess I can recap.
Oh, and you have... I made a little token.
Oh, yay!
It'll look different than the other ones because yours actually has more stats. Because it's not an imaginary owl, it's a real owl.
Yeah, and I think I posted the upgrade to the Beastmaster from Tasha's, so it looks like it's a pretty big change for the better, because Beastmaster I think used to be pretty weak.
Where did you find that, by the way? I was looking for that in the book and I didn't, You should DM that to her, at least, to Haley.
Yeah.
So
I know I clipped it and posted it. I'll have to go back and find it, but it was in... I think I got it off. Go ahead.
It's in the Ranger subclasses. It talks about like Beastmaster Revisited or Beastmaster Re-something. But, yeah.
Alright, regardless, Vera, you can go ahead with the recap.
Okay. I think we started off.
We started off in the other church.
Oh, right, okay. So we started off in the other church, going down into the basement, where we find a man, and he was like super skinny and weird looking. And he wanted to get out, and when we got closer, he was like, I'm so hungry or something, and we're like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, I'm a vampire, ah, and we're like, no, you can't leave. So, I think we tried to get information from him, but he was just so ravaged with hunger that he just didn't want to talk, so we ended up, or Helen, like, created water and destroyed him, and yeah, so we went upstairs, and the priest was his father, and Strahd had apparently turned him into a vampire spawn or something to show his power, or like as a punishment because there was a revolt, and that was Strahd's way of like being a dick or whatever. And as this was going on, a whole bunch of ghosts came up out of the graveyard, and they started walking toward the castle where Strahd lived. And the priest was explaining that this happened every night, and it was also just a way of Strahd to show the power that he had over the community. And he said that the Burgermeister's daughter and son had not brought the body yet over so he could get the last rites. So we decided to go visit them, and when we did, the house was like badly damaged. It had been attacked by wolves, I believe. It had like claw marks and stuff. And what's the girl's name?
Irina.
And Irina was there, and she was super scared. Strahd had like tried to kidnap her, and she had almost died a few times, and we offered to take the body to the church so the father could have his last blessings. And so we did that. And Irina needed to go to Valaki to seek protection from the other priest, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I think
the Ismark, her brother, said that the other priest would protect her,
Okay.
basically.
So we offered to take her there since we already had the little kid and that's where the orphanage was. So we stayed there at Irina's and Ismark's house that night. And we decided not to go to that shopkeeper's house or the shopkeeper in town, because he was rude and we didn't think we'd get a good deal. So the following morning, we set off to Valaki, where we were ambushed by some Valakians.
No,
And-
Vistani.
Vistanis.
They're actually. Oh, wait. That's one more thing. Actually, you would notice is that I didn't actually finish the recap, and I'll say.
Okay. Where we were ambushed by Vistanis, and they were looking for a little girl, which we did not have. This little girl had vanished, and we didn't know. They told us they had to camp south. So we said our farewells and said about our travels, and they said that we should seek out Madame Ava if we went along the trail, which we did. And we came across an encampment that had a bunch of Istanis, where we traded, and we spoke to Madame Ava, and she read our fortunes and gave us a bunch of cards that had different rolls and fortunes on them, and they're in the journal if you want to read them.
Oh yeah, I did see that. What was the deal with that?
Basically, she was like, it was basically like, this is what we need to find to help us on our quest, or this is the only way we're gonna win. And yeah, that's what we need to find to help us on our quest to win. And
So where it is again?
go to
Oh, I
journal,
see.
and it's Madame Eva's fortune. It's for Secret Cask. Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
So we left there and we got to Valaki. And there was like a whole bunch of wolf heads on pikes. Upon entering the town, there had been a festival. I assume where they were like hunting wolves or something. And while we were there, we noticed that they were turning the signs from that to another festival. And the townspeople explained that the the burgermeister of that town liked to throw a whole bunch of festivals. So as we were making our way to an orphanage, I saw a toy store. So we went inside. And there was a guy in there with a monkey. And he had a doll in the back of the store that looked just like Irina. And when we inquired about it, he said some old lady commissioned to have that doll made. So we decided later on we're going to go to that old lady's house and see what's up about that. So we left the toy store. And
Bought the kid a toy.
yeah, we bought the kid a toy. And we went to the church first, where the priest asked to talk to Helen. And so we left. So I guess in character, I don't know what happened. But Helen does, and I don't. But me, Haley, I know that that bones were stolen at the church that apparently protected it from evil. And the priest
I thought I told y'all all this, so in character, y'all know it too.
No.
Okay.
You didn't tell us. Anyways, their boy is at the orphanage and the priest suspects the boy, and he's pretty violent. And so Helen joined us at the orphanage where we are, and the lady that runs the orphanage offered to give us a tour, and that's where we left off.
Yeah. So you are now at the orphanage. You kind of wanted to see before dropping this child off, I guess. You wanted to see where you were leaving him. And after what Helen's told you. Sorry, go Helen.
Can I go ahead and tell everyone what I was told by the priest?
Yes.
If I allegedly did not.
do.
Okay, well, I've told y'all, so now you know.
Alright. So yeah, she... Oh wait, let me put the ambience on. Some more upbeat, happy music.
Woo!
Alright, so... Alright, I gotta... So the woman who runs the orphanage is headmistress Claudia Velasco. And what you've... So you... Yeah, she's leading you in right now. She's giving you the tour. And as she ushers you all in, she says, "Please, come in, come in." She sees the child with the doll that you got him. Does anybody remember what this doll looked like? How I described it?
Yeah.
It looks like
Looks like a dummy.
He had a hat and a cane, I think, and he had a little suit with a little
Oh.
face, I think.
Yeah, it was
I
a
don't know
little
if it-
fancy man.
I thought there was a doll that looked like Irina.
Yeah, I mentioned
Oh, that one wasn't for sale.
Oh, that's right.
The doll that they got this, it was more of a, like, what's it called? The puppets that talk.
The dummies.
Yeah, the
Ventriloquist?
dummies. The talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jeff Dunham thing.
Yep.
Whatever he has. So, yeah, one of those things. So,
Ooh.
but it doesn't look like that. It has a particular look. It's a fancy man with a cloak and a little glass of wine in his hand. And as you all come in, Claudia sees this child holding this, and she says, "You see," she says, "Oh, that is very dark. Are you sure a child should have something like that? Here, give it to me, little boy. Let me,
Okay, I'm gonna smack her hand and be like, "I paid money for that. Are you gonna pay me for that? Or, like, what are you doing here?"
I just think it's kind of fucked up that you'd have a kid playing with something like that. I think it's very inappropriate for a child."
Well, the child picked it out himself.
Also, if you're going to complain about things being inappropriate for a child, how about you refrain from cursing in front of him?
Yes,
Hold on,
my apologies. I did not.
let's all calm down. What's inappropriate about it first?
I mean, the person that it is. You think this is somebody to be revered? Like this child should be.
Who is
I don't know. She lifts it up and she says, "Well, this is Strahd. This is this is a dummy of probably one of the most evil men in these lands. The most evil, I can say. I can't think of anybody worse."
Well, maybe it's meant to be like an insult because it's a dummy, but I'm. I don't know.
She said, The kid seems like he really wants to keep it, and she says, "Well, all right then. Just make sure it doesn't scare the other children, I suppose."
I'm sure it's an innocent mistake. He probably didn't know who it was.
So she takes you over to this room, right here. Oops, this map is gonna be a bit annoying to work with because it is quite large. Do you bring your owl in, or do you leave him outside?
Oh, can I pick him up? I didn't know.
I think you can move the token. You should be able to.
No, I can't move it.
Alright, I'll fix that in a moment. Regardless, you see, let me read this for a second. Alright. The orphanage's main living area features an old couch, a few mismatched stuffed chairs, chests crammed with worn toys, and 2 small dining tables surrounded by chairs. 3 young girls crowd around a dollhouse in the south of the room. An older boy paces in the room with a toddler on each hip as he tries to soothe them. Another boy and girl are playing a game of tag and chase each other around the furniture. An older girl sits on the couch and reads to 4 more toddlers. This room is a den of chaos and noise.
Are these all the children?
So yeah, you basically... there's a few more. There's some playing in the back. There are a few more upstairs, I believe. They get free reign of the house most times. When they're not being schooled or...
Are they free to leave the house whenever they like?
This town, it's best not for children to be roaming the streets. You see, most of them are like, in this room especially, you'd be trouble to find one over age like 13.
Okay.
Okay.
We try not to. Occasionally there might be a reason to take some of the children, but they don't run around in the streets for the most part. They're safe here.
Is there any kid that looks particularly sad or anything?
Why do you ask that?
Oh, well, I was gonna float one of these dolls. I was gonna use Mage Hand and float a doll over to her.
Aw.
Oh, you were saying it out of character.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm asking to see if I can do it, or if I would even want to do it. But I guess
She doesn't seem... So we'll say you didn't actually ask, you're just trying to get a vibe, and you see that kids would probably like it.
okay. So I'll do Mage Hand and I'll float like all these kind of dolls. I think these are dolls.
Yeah, you start lifting toys up into the air, and you see all the kids just get super excited and super, like they're happy. It brought them an extra joy of being orphans. Don't have much joy, but now they have floating toys to play with for the moment.
There you go, kids.
Is there anything?
All right.
I'm still in uncle mode. Sorry.
Go ahead, Helen.
Is there anything interesting at all about the dollhouse? Or are you?
It looks like it. Yeah, you look over at the dollhouse, and it's just a cheap little dollhouse. It has the little Blinsky, is no fun, is no Blinsky logo on the bottom of it, as you kind of investigate it a little bit.
Alright.
As Ms. Belasco sees you, kind of like she sees that you're all taking pretty well to the children, she says, now that you are here, there is a matter I could use some help with. There is a If you could speak in my office for a moment, I think we could all really use your help with a small task.
All right.
Okay.
You can just say here, meet the other children. She introduces the boy that you brought. They see his little straw toy, and none of the other kids seem to know what it is. So they're all like, "Oh, what's that?" And he shows it off. He's letting everybody play with it.
Aw,
That is a good child.
I love him.
Yep, but I didn't name him because I don't want you to get attached.
I kiss his forehead. Mwah. And then we leave.
See you, Tiger.
It's going to be super demoralizing once this entire village is burnt to the ground.
She says, "So, first of all, was bringing this child the only reason you came to the orphanage? Do you have any other business here or in Vallaki in general?"
We would like to inquire about maybe a particularly violent boy you may house here.
She says, "Oh, you must be talking about Milivo. He's not an orphan anymore. He once was. He's now a bit older, and we have him stay. He helps me do work. He helps me take care. The other children really like him. But that's actually part of what I wanted to ask. I needed your help with. You see, Milivo has been very ill in the past few days. He's been like something's gone over him. He's just not been himself. But there's also been... Hold on, please hold. She says, we've had a bit of a problem here. You see, there's been another boy, separate, a younger boy, who's arrived, and since he came, there has been some problems.
What kind of problems?
Well, first of all, so we had 3 children run away. I'll be upfront about that. We had 3 kids run, I think nobody's in town has seen them. The guards haven't seen them. And there's also been a death here. One of the children died in a pretty bad way.
Well, how so?
Well, they say it was an accident, but
You don't think it
yeah,
was?
they say it was. I think there's something more to it. I think I'm not really sure. Maybe it's kind of above my pay grade to do an investigation of this sort. Maybe you could look around the house and see if there's any evidence or clues. I don't know how this sort of thing works. She also says, when the boy died, I found this on his body, and she hands you a locket. It's just like an ornate, creepy necklace. She says, I'm not sure I'm not sure why, but it looks like this was put on top of the body after it was found, after it was dead. I don't believe I don't believe Cedric, the boy who died, I don't think he had a locket like this.
You think one of the children had something to do with it?
Can I
Well, I'm not sure how a child could do something like this.
do Arcana check on that locket?
Yeah.
And if not,
Does anybody else, Varys, you're proficient in Arcana, you can do it if anybody else
Yeah.
is. Arcana.
22.
I might do that.
Got a 22.
Yeah. Okay. You think there's something more to this locket. You can't necessarily put your finger on it, but it looks like it has some usage of... It definitely has a magic usage. It's, I mean, there's a tons of different kinds of magic that involve lockets, and you know that it's one of them. It could be a hex sort of thing, could be some kind of other magic. There's good lockets, there's bad lockets, you know. But this definitely seems like some sort of arcane instrument.
Yeah, I'll when we get away, I'll do it. I'll identify it.
Where's the boy's body at now?
Oh, he was taken away by the priest a few days ago. He's already had a service done.
Did the boy have any close friends here in the orphanage that we could question about what happened? Like maybe somebody saw something?
I'm not sure, Fanny. You definitely should ask, because it seems like the children... So I will be straight with you. A lot of the children aren't a big fan of me because I am the discipline in their lives. I know it's hard for orphans to get ahead in life, and I need them to be disciplined, and I can't have them being troublemakers because the world will not go easy on them just because they're orphans. So I'm very strict, and a lot of the children resent me for it.
If they all look up to Malivo, we should ask him some of those questions too. He might be able to give us a pointer in the right direction if they all look up to him.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So the boy is
can-
already buried?
Yes, Cedric's been taken away from here. He's I don't believe any of the children have saw his body after it was found. I think I found him upstairs. He was alone.
Could we
Can
see where?
he
Yeah.
was found?
Yep, my dog is barking. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Woof. Woof. Woof.
How is my dog barking in my headset now? Alright. So what do you want to do first? You want to go to where we found him, or do you want to talk to Malivo first? Because they are not the same place.
Maybe let's look upstairs or wherever you said it was first.
Mm.
Yeah.
Levo's across the hall, isn't he?
Yeah, Malivo is... She points over in this direction. He's in a room past the, where you saw the children. The body was found upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Wherever you guys want to go.
Why don't you take us up to where you found the body and we'll look around there and we might come up with some other questions to ask him too.
Yep.
Alright, she takes you up to the next floor. Let me make sure actually I have this right. Okay, so... Actually, I'll take it. Alright, she takes you upstairs. The second floor hallway has 6 different doors, most of which are left wide open. Only the door at the north end of the hall is closed. There's also a hatch on the ceiling at the southern end of the room. The hallway's only window on the southern wall is broken and boarded up.
Do you keep anything up in the attic?
She says there is the attic is empty. Sometimes some children go up there, but she says, okay, wait, so I had things a little bit mixed up, but we're here anyway, this works. So she says, so I didn't actually find him in the house, but he fell through this window right here. This is a window that was recently boarded up. So somehow he fell out this window, broke his neck on the ground.
How high is like the window? Relatively high off the ground.
This is like 15 feet. You look out and it's like 15 foot, but for like a
No.
6-year-old kid.
Sorry, I mean, is the window like high off the floor? I guess. Like, what's the sill height? I'm trying to figure out if he got thrown out or could have just somehow managed to climb and fall out or something.
That is a good point. It looks like, I mean, it's not like super high up, but like a 6-year-old child, if they wanted to, could climb out this window. Make investigation checks though. Everybody can make investigation
Okay.
checks if you want.
12.
A boatload of 20s.
Whoop whoop.
Alright. So at the same time, you see Varys, Helen, and Demaya are just like all sticking their head in the windowsill trying to look at the same thing at once. And that they... Wait, I want to put your tokens together. Alright, you're all... You're all reaching over, looking into this windowsill, and all at the exact same moment, you all realize that
Uh-huh.
there are fingernail scratches on the inside of the sill. So it looks like somebody was pushed and tried to hold on with their fingernails.
This seems like no accident.
Who was with him when he was killed or when he fell? Or do we know?
None of the children say they saw anybody around here, and nobody... I mean, it's hard to get straight stories from such young children. You see, there's kind of chaos when it happened, and I have so many... You see that, like, this is like one old lady watching, like, 25 children. It seems like it would be, a bit difficult to keep track of those things, keep track of who was where at what time.
Maybe we, Did he have a room up here that we could look at? Did the boy have a room?
All of the boys stay in... The boy's his age. Let's see. Okay, let me find what age he was. I think I remember. Yeah, he stayed with the younger boys. So he is... This room right here would be the Cedric's room, and the other boys that are like 6 to 11 is what age children I house in this room.
Over here.
All right. So in this one, you see This bedroom contains 5 beds, 4 which are perfectly made and appear unused.
Was there one that belonged to Cedric?
Yeah, she says, so 3 of these beds, the children that went missing stayed in this room. These first 3. This 4th one was, Cedric's bed. And the 5th one belonged to our other new arrival, which is Felix.
And Felix is okay.
Felix is a quiet child, but he's, he doesn't have many friends here, I don't believe.
Maybe we should talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, let's take around here first. Let's look for any clues.
Alright, make investigations. Everybody can.
Sarah, can you hit somebody with hit us with guidance?
With 5 people rolling, you might not even need it.
Where did it go?
And Demaya, you're proficient in Arcana, right?
Yes.
Oh, this actually is a perfect person. This couldn't have worked out better. So, you find, as you're all looking around, you're looking under beds, between mattresses for anything out of the ordinary. Demaya, you find on one of the so which one are you at? So on Felix's bedpost, you find some infernal runes scratched into the bedpost. And you read infernal, right?
I do, yes.
Yeah, so you know that these runes these runes translate to dark dreams. Oh wait, sorry, you don't read that on Felix's bed. You read that on... So you're all looking around, and you read that on Cedric's bed. And you notice that all of these beds have this that say dark dreams, except
Yeah, absolutely. Just take pictures or PDFs of your work and email them on to me. And then I can put your grade into the Google form and get it out to you that way with everyone else. Are you going to be back in class tomorrow, or USIQ for a couple more days?
I'm back tomorrow.
Okay, awesome. If you want to bring your laptop, that'll allow you to review all of this while everyone else has their paper tests. Yep. Okay, have a good night. Bye.
Bueller.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna tell everyone that there is some infernal runes about dark dreams on everyone's except for Felix's.
Suspicious.
Felix is sus.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Claudia, the headmistress, where she says, "Oh, that's a bit odd, bit concerning. I hadn't noticed that they were defacing these beds."
When you said all of this happened after a younger boy arrived, was that Felix, the one who came before all this started?
Yes, it was Felix. He is a bit of a lone wolf, as they say.
Do you know
He
anything
is
about him?
always
really?
by himself.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is important to know. So he's only been here a few months. He's one of the newer children to the orphanage. Well, we don't know much about what he came from beforehand, though. It's actually kind of odd to have as little information as I do about a child before they're brought here.
Odd. So you don't know what circumstances he was brought here for? Bless you.
Thank you.
I mean, in the end, what more circumstances than his parents can't take care of him anymore, I suppose. That's the,
Okay.
seems to be a common trend with most of these children.
Okay. So we should probably go and find Felix.
Do we want to try to find Malovio first, or just go straight to Felix and start like questioning him?
Mm-mm.
Up to Malivo first, or whatever it was.
Yeah, agreed.
Alright, then she says, alright, I'll take you down to Milivo, and then I'm going to go back to watching these kids because, yeah, there's a lot of kids down there unsupervised right now.
Oh boy.
Alright, you're all outside now. You fell out the window. Try.
Oh.
Alright, you're now brought to Malivo's room. He was on the other side of that first room that you went into. Alright, this bedroom is sparsely furnished. The floors are covered with dirt, and an old shovel lies on the ground at the foot of the bed. A sickly young man sleeps fitfully. He is covered with sweat from fever and has blood-mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow, tinged and deathly pale.
Oh. Okay.
She didn't tell us he was sick, did she?
Yeah, she mentioned something about it.
Is there any of that rune on his bed here?
You look and you don't see that same. You don't see a rune on his bed.
Hmm.
I assume the Arcana people will want to make Arcana
Yep.
checks. Please do that. Or, and, Helen, you can do a medicine check.
How am I getting all these nat 20s?
I don't think it's nat.
Well, it's
20,
still.
30.
I know, but it's still. It's a lot of 20s. Like, holy crap.
You're using all your 20s for non-combat.
That's so sad.
Alright, with the Arcana and with the medicine. So you'll notice that with both checks, actually, you'll notice that his condition is a magical condition and not a, like, disease. It's not like a... It's something caused by magic. It's not caused by... It's not caused by a disease.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Can I do a ritual identifying to see what it is?
You mean detect magic?
No, I can if I cast identify on a person, it tells me what spells it can use
Yeah, but
are effective.
I don't think you have a diamond yet.
Pearl,
Do you have a pearl worth 100 gold?
I doubt it.
Yeah, you don't have a pearl worth 100 gold.
Okay, I'll detect magic then the same way.
Alright, is anybody doing anything else, or are you gonna wait here while he does that?
We look at the rest of his stuff. Is there anything interesting?
Yeah, you see... So looking around his room, you see he doesn't have a lot of personal belongings. You do see a dirty shovel. You know that he does some other like groundskeeping work for this place, but so having a shovel isn't completely out of the realm of possibilities, but that would remind you that it is right here, the shovel. Yeah, that would remind you that there was one of the reasons you're talking to him had to do with a shovel related reason.
What?
Oh, because they just buried that kid, right?
Oh.
That too, but
Well, and
the
because someone stole the bones.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right.
What about that? No.
Alright.
but you see he's basically comatose right now. Like he's asleep. He's moving a bit, but he's not.
He's
like
not conscious.
You don't really think he even knows you're here.
Mhm.
If you did a nature check on the dirt, could you figure out where the dirt was from? Or is that
Oh yeah, there's different parts of soil at different parts of the places, but I doubt that's relevant here in Barovia.
Well, you already. You could. I mean, yeah, it's just gonna be normal soil, but the priest told you that he thinks this is the #1 suspect.
Mhm.
Because one of the altar boys was friends with him, with Malivo, and the only person he told was an altar boy, but he thinks he might have told this one. So, for the sake, whatever you would get from a nature check, he dug it up. It could be like grounds of a crypt, very likely, or could be other dirt.
Do you know speak for the
Alright,
dead?
so we'll say
Well, he's not dead yet, right?
Well, not him.
Oh, okay.
Not dead yet. Ah, no, just kidding.
alright.
There's Sarah's, Sarah, do you have level 3 spell, or level 2 spells yet? I'm asking him out of character, sorry.
At level 3,
Could she cast Lesser Restoration on him?
what now?
I guess I'm asking in character now. Sarah, is there any...
she does have it.
Pardon?
Okay.
She has Lesser Restoration, but Lesser Restoration doesn't... It cures blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. If you're getting the feeling that this is a curse or something that wouldn't be... It feels like it's under greater restoration grounds.
I think it can remove a disease, too.
Lots of
Yeah, that's what
magic,
the Arcana
lots of
check...
magic.
The Arcana check said it doesn't seem like a disease. It seems like a magically caused.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I am not the best explainer at stuff. Alright, anyway. As your detect magic pops off, you see the remnants of necromantic magic, and you get... Does it tell you... Let me see how much you get from detect magic.
I think it's the type of spell.
Okay, I'll give you one chance to make an Arcana check to get more info than that.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
But it's regardless, it's necromancy.
Hey, Sarah, hit me with a guidance spell.
Ooh, yeah. Bless this man.
No, guidance.
I don't
I
have.
was making sure.
Does she have it?
I don't think I have it.
It's a cantrip.
She doesn't
It's like
have
the
it.
best spell in the game. Jesus.
You need light, spread eye, and your mending. I'm your cantrip. But that's what I got.
Okay.
No guidance. You're going in blind.
Critical. Well, got a 20.
Okay. So you know that you definitely, the only thing that makes sense to you with your arcane knowledge is that this is from a Bestow Curse spell. Bestow Curse was cast here.
What is that?
He's been cursed.
No.
A curse has been bestowed on him. If it wasn't obvious, it's not even that useful because you already could have deduced that.
I thought we already knew that. I thought we were trying to figure out something else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you know for sure that a spell Bestow Curse was casted on him.
Hmm.
No, you knew that the bedposts had runes on them. Well, yeah, I guess you would have assumed. Alright, anyway.
Okay.
So what do you want to do now?
So, do you have remove curse?
No.
No.
Level 3, dude.
Oh, you're right. Duh. We'll be back in 2 hours.
He's just like, he pukes a little bit.
Should we find that Felix kid and see what the heck is going on with that guy?
I do think we should do that.
Yeah.
So if that's the dude, maybe he can remove it.
It's a kid.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe not.
So
Alright,
how are
let's
you going to
find
go
him.
about doing that? You could ask the children. You can look around on your own. There's a few avenues to
Maybe we can talk to some of the other kids and see what they know about Felix, if they've seen him doing anything.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Also, through this window, through this door that's open right here, you can see 2 little girls playing in the back.
Okay.
Like through here.
Step away, I'll be right back, y'all.
This door will say is open, so I could actually take the lighting off of it, but anyway. So there's these little girls. They are the backyard is surrounded by a wooden fence with a single gate on the west side. A trio of outhouses stand on one side of the yard and a well on the other. 3 large wash basins are pushed up against the wall of the building, one of which is filled with water. 2 teenage girls are busy washing laundry. So these girls appear to be older. They are around 14-ish. And they're kind of like helping with filling up water and stuff. They don't actually seem like they're playing like the other children.
So they're doing chores.
Yeah, that's the word. They're doing chores.
Okay. So I guess we can talk to these girls first because they seem like they're being responsible and doing chores. So maybe they can be more accurate.
Yeah, as you get closer, you start hearing them saying, they're saying, oh, they're just gossiping. You get the impression that they're gossiping about the other children, and they're like, I don't like Tommy, he smells. Yeah, I try to stay away from the stinky ones myself. And,
Where's their barn?
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go up and say, excuse me, could we ask a question for a moment?
they look up and they're like, you're red. Why are you so red?
That's just my skin color.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what can you tell us a little bit about Felix?
Oh, that little freak. He's up to no good, I tell you. The other one says, yeah, he's creepy. We don't want anything to do with Felix.
Why do you say that?
Yesterday I saw him steal a knife from the kitchen and then started laughing like a maniac.
Did you tell anyone about that?
Yeah, I told the headmistress, but she looked for it and she didn't find the knife. So she just assumed, I don't know. Guess she wasn't, super concerned about a knife going missing, but she tries to keep them away from the children.
Have you seen him interact with Malivo? Or any of the boys that gone missing?
Well, he stayed in the same room as them, so I'm sure they knew each other.
What about Malivo? Because Malivo was not in that room, correct?
No, Malivo is he's like a caretaker, like helper sort of thing, because he's too old to live at the orphanage now. He just does, like a handyman. He's basically a handyman for the orphanage.
Right.
So they say, I think I've seen him play with Malivo before, not much more than any other. Malivo plays with all the kids.
Would you say Malivo is a good person?
Yeah, he's super nice. He seems like he cares about all of us here.
Do you know if he and Felix got along?
I think so. I'm not sure. All I know is Felix, there's rumors that something weird happened with Felix before he came here.
What kind of rumors?
I don't know. Something about somebody getting killed. We don't know, like his parents got killed or something. Somebody got killed and then Felix came here. That's all we really know about that.
Do you know where he likes to hang out in the orphanage?
We've seen him up in the attic. He goes up there sometimes.
It's always the attic.
Do you know, does anyone else go up in the attic? I thought you weren't allowed to.
You're not really supposed to, but, you know, Claudia can only keep an eye on so many people at once. She can't watch all of us at once, I guess. That's why some of the older kids try to help out a little bit more.
Well, it's good that you guys are helping her out. Doing your chores. Should we, like, try to head up to the attic and see what he's doing?
I think so. I think it's about time for that.
Confronting Felix.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. We'll let you get back to doing laundry.
Okay.
Should we talk to the matron first about the attic?
Probably.
Yeah. Alright, so you see the headmistress is in this room. I don't know where her token is, though. Okay. You see she's in here taking care of some of the kids, trying to get them to stop throwing toys around and whatnot.
So let's ask her what she knows, if she knows what's up in the attic, and if there's anything she knows about that, if there's any special reason she keeps the kids away from there or not.
I don't keep. I sometimes store some things, but there's not much up in there right now. There's a window. Sometimes I let kids just sit up there and hang out by the window, and I try to keep them supervised when they're up there. But
Did some of the kids tell you they saw Felix stealing a knife?
well, I heard all sorts of conflicting stories about that. Some other kids blamed other kids about stealing the knife, and those two girls said that Felix did it, but Felix a lot of the kids are scared of him, so he's a bit of a boogeyman, if you know what I mean. If anything goes missing, it's usually Felix getting blamed, whether he did it or not.
Okay. Do we need a key or anything to get up into the attic, or does it just pull down?
You can just pull it down with a string, a rope.
Do you mind if we go check it out?
Go ahead, you know the way.
Alright.
Alright, one moment, and I will move you there. Alright, everybody can see, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, look, it's the asshole.
The attic is rather barren of furnishings and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs. There's a few random piles of clutter, but nothing of much significance. At the far end of the room by the attic's only window is a small boy sitting in a lone chair, silhouetted by the incoming light.
So I'm gonna start walking up towards him and ask, "Hey, are you Felix?"
So you see him turn around. You see a little boy about 8 or 9 years old, turns around with a kitchen knife in his hands, and he's carving. You see him doing he's like whittling a little doll, a little face into a doll.
Does the doll look like any people that we may have run into?
No, so far it just looks like an 8-year-old trying to make a doll. Like a little crappy eyes and.
Hey, do you want to see a magic trick?
He says, I guess so.
So I'll cast prestidigit, however the hell you say that word, and just make like a little magic coin, and then just kind of like flick it back and forth like between my hands and up and back around his head, because it can like. Hold on, wait, I might have been mixing it up with minor illusion. Anyway.
No, I think you can do that with prestidigitation. Make an insight check, Varys.
Insight? Uh-oh. I don't think I'm very good at that. But the dice decided I am.
Yeah,
Get the impression that he doesn't look that impressed by it. Like you get the impression that it's not. he's not super shocked by magic. He's not the other kids were more got excited when they saw stuff floating
Mhm.
around, but you don't see a real he just continues to look emotionless, and he says, that's pretty cool, I guess.
Is my detect magic still going off? It's like 10 or 15 minutes.
It's 10 minutes. You did talk to the girls outside after doing that, but I'll say you have like a few more minutes with it, so
Can I see anything?
you see, let me read that spell. Yeah, okay, you see an aura of magic around this kid. It is, do I have to tell you, a school of magic? Yep, you see an aura of necromancy magic again, similar to what you saw in Melimo's room, except that was like a spell that was dispersed, and this is more of an aura emanating.
So he is a glowing ball of youth.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So, an 8-year-old necromancer.
So, his name again? Felix. What do you know about Malivo downstairs being sick? We believe he's been cursed.
He laughed and he says, everybody gets sick sometimes, it's not that big a deal.
No, he's not sick. He's cursed. And we found. We found I'm sorry. What was it in each of your roommates' bed was
There's the
carved.
runes.
There were runes.
Those were
carved in the
infernal
bed.
runes.
Yes. Every bed but yours.
He laughs and says, yeah, I just drew that, they're pretty cool, right?
Not really.
Not really.
Where did you learn them from?
I don't know, it's just a cool thing I decided to do.
Is he
As you're
lying?
talking to him,
Is he
he
lying?
seems, you can do another, well, I mean, yeah, you get the, I'll say with the nat 20 insight you already have, you get the
Mhm.
impression that, you get the impression that he doesn't, that he's not, empathetic about anything. You're telling him that somebody's sick and all this other stuff. He doesn't seem to have any real reactions. He's kind of just dismissing everything. Very dismissive.
So why did you draw those runes on the beds?
They're just cool runes. You like to draw cool runes sometimes, don't you?
On everyone's bed except for yours?
As you start to become a bit more accusatory towards him, he starts stabbing into the doll more and doing his whittling more erratically. And he says, sometimes you just feel like you need to carve a rune into somebody's bed. I don't know why you're asking so many questions.
Can I use Mage Hand and snag knock that knife out of his hand?
Yeah. So you use your mage hand to go, and you just snag it out of his hands. And he
Yoink.
stands up and says, "That wasn't very nice for you to do." Now, the light coming from the attic's far window seems to dim of its own accord, suppressed by an unnatural, invisible force. A dark putrid smoke begins to exude from Felix's skin, wafting from his body as an impenetrable shadow. As the boy's body slumps forward, the shadow begins to take form, arms stretching out from the central mass in solid black claws. A demonic face grins, bearing rows of razor-sharp teeth. Everybody can roll initiative.
Well, dang. Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I was just gonna like offer it back in for a moment.
It's gonna happen anyways.
I'm dead.
So you see the boys just plop to the ground, and this shadow is coming through him like a genie from a genie lamp. You know how they're like attached to it.
Yep.
Who needs to be? Oh. Oh wait, did everybody's new initiatives get updated on here? Gotta take
Mine did not.
Mine didn't come through. Let me do it again.
your token and do it.
Oh, good call.
There I go.
Is everybody's right on the initiative order? Is it the one that you put?
Haley should be last, I think.
Yep, he's good.
Or Vera.
One, two, three, four. Oh, your owl go on the initiative. Is your owl here and fighting, Vera?
Yeah, but I can't control it. Cute.
You can't. It won't let you move the token. Alright, yeah, so Varys, at the top, you see this shadowy creature pop out of the child. He also says immediately, "Mortal ants, I have seen shadows of the great powers moving through the dark seas around this sphere. Your paltry magics are nothing."
Alright. So, I'll just start laughing. That makes this so much simpler. It was gonna be so weird trying to attack and kill a child, but you're easy. And just run up to him and hit him with a sword. Or miss him with a sword.
Oh, you actually hit.
Yay!
But yeah, you did. But the silver, you notice the silver isn't super effective.
That was worth a shot.
So it is a shadow. You get the impression that this is a barely physical creature. It's mostly a shadow. So you hit it though for 9 damage, and it is Helen's turn.
I'm just gonna hit at it with my mace. Let me find mace. Oh, but not. Oh. I ran up and hit it with my mace.
Yep, roll damage and you got a crit.
Sweet.
Damn. Alright, but you run up and whack. The creature says, "Ha ha, pathetic," and he will try and he will ooh, he got a whole bunch of moves. Which one do I want to use? Okay. Alright, does 18 hit you, Varys?
Yes.
Alright, Alright, you take 8 points of... Yeah, so you see him just reach in his shadowy hand into your chest, and you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and you just feel he's like... He is healed. You can see he sucked the force out of you, so he got healed for some amount that he hit you for. And... Yep, and it is Maya's turn.
Okay, I am going to run over here and smack him with my quarterstaff. Did it go? Oh, it did not go, did it? Oh, no, it went twice now.
By the way, okay, so the first one though did not hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Quarter misses. By
Okay.
the way, did anybody take the locket from the headmistress? She would have handed it to somebody.
I had it because I was going to look at it later.
Alright. It is your turn, Erai.
I will hit this thing with booming blade. Well, I guess I'll darn it. I will hit it with my rapier and cast it. For 7. It's a miss.
Yep, that is a miss. The owl. So you can't control the owl, right? Alright, he will fly up and peck it. Peck the shadow. He can be on. He's like up in the air a little bit. Because this is like a 10-foot high ceiling. He's gonna scratch it actually with his talons, but he does not hit. Alright, Vera's turn.
I guess I want to try my cure wounds. Can I heal Varys?
Yep.
I cast at level 1. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you don't have past. Nice. So you
Awesome.
almost get something back. Varys.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on him, so he needs to make a Wisdom save.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Does 13 save?
Oh, yes, that's exactly what he needed. Okay.
Try your spells.
So he takes half, 2 damage.
It is but a scratch. Helen's turn.
Gonna go at it with my mace again.
Yep, that hits. Roll the damage. Alright, she gets a pretty decent whack on it. Alright, let's see if I can do any fucky shit here. Alright, you see the demon.
Okay. What did I
Okay,
miss?
nothing interesting.
Yeah.
Demon sink into the ground, and he. I don't actually think you can take action. Let's see. Maybe you can. Yeah, okay, so if you want to take an attack of opportunity, it will be at disadvantage, but it will use your reaction for this turn. So he's going to sink into the ground and pass all of you and go onto the side of Helen. So everybody here can do one at disadvantage to try and get him before he went into the ground.
Okay, let me get back into that.
Alright, Varys, good hit. I'll do one with the owl as well.
Are we gonna do anything with that necklace thingy?
Eri misses, the owl misses. Demaya, do you want to do an attack of opportunity? Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't do any. No, I think that was your...
Oh, maybe that was...
Oh yeah, Helen doesn't get to do one because it's still in her threatened range. But yours, roll damage to yours, Demaya.
Okay.
A pretty good roll for that. Surprising. Alright. He's gonna scratch at Helen with his claws, which is oof. This better not hit. 18 doesn't hit you, right? Helen?
That's correct. It does not hit.
Ooh, you are very lucky.
Yay.
So you see the demon's pissed off that he did not hit. Gosh darn it. Dang nabbit. Flip flop it. Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna... Oops.
Are we gonna do
I'm
anything
gonna
with that locket?
move. Yep. Let me get this revolver.
Eri has the locket.
I'm gonna move like over here and use Eldritch Blast on it. And does that hit?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. So that would be D10 plus 4 for my modifier. Oop. So 8.
Nice. You pummel it with an Eldritch Blast. Alright, Eri.
This guy came out of the boy, right? He had like been possessing him. Did I understand that?
You still see like a strand, like he's like directly attached almost. Like a genie from a genie lamp, basically.
Is the boy dead?
The boy is completely unconscious. Like he, as soon as this transformation happened, he just dropped to the ground. He hasn't moved in the fight at all.
Alright, I'm gonna move over here. Oops. And swing attack with Booming Blade. Missing again, because I suck.
Yep, that is unsuccessful. You swing wildly. Alright, the little owl comes in for another peck. He's like, dive bomb, talon scratch. Ooh, he hits 8. But his damage, oh. Wait, this can't be right. It says 1d1 damage. I don't think a d1 exists though.
So is it just 1 damage?
You've probably got it set up as a familiar type thing, which...
Yeah, I think your owl does something different.
Yeah.
We'll just say it would be like 4 damage. We'll say it's 4 damage. That seems like probably even less than what it actually is.
So, looking at this, it looks like they do it's a one. If it's a flying one, it's a 1d4 plus 3 plus proficiency bonus.
Do you want to roll that, Vera? 1d4 plus 5? Because it would be plus 3 plus proficiency. 1d4 plus 5. Roll that. Nice. So it's 9 damage. Alright, now your attack, Vera.
I guess I'm gonna move over here and attack with my bow. What would happen if we killed a kid? Would the demon die?
I'd be pretty sad about it.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess I'll attack it even. You asked about the locket.
Do you want to?
Is that
It hasn't, No, just curious. I was just curious. Doesn't seem to make any, reactions you hit with your longbow.
Okay.
Roll damage. Alright, you see this demon is pretty hurt now. Varys, turn.
I'm gonna try the exact same thing. So wisdom save, or I'm gonna move to right next to him and then try the same thing. So wisdom save.
Yeah, he gets a 15.
Alright. 3d6. So half of that, so 5 damage.
Alright, Ellen's turn.
I will try to swing my mace on him again.
That hits.
Oh.
Alright, it's only 3 damage. Alright, you wallop it. This thing is super hurt now.
Nice.
the demon says to you, he looks up to you all and says, "You better stand back now or I'll slit the child's throat." He picks up the kitchen. Oh no, Eri had the knife, right?
Yep.
So he just sticks his talon up to the child's throat, and everybody can make an insight check.
Yay! 20.
Alright, so you see that, yeah, so you get the impression that he doesn't plan to do that, but for the rest of his action, he's going to make a reach for Eri. He's going to roll in athletics. He's going to try and grab something off your body that he appears to know where it is. I wonder what that could
Oh no.
I'm gonna wager. Give me 1 second to check something.
Throw me the locket. 'Cause you're a lunk of metal.
You can't say you hit it up your ass. I'm not going to accept that.
Whoa. So is this a saving throw or a?
This is an opposed athletics. It's kind of like a grapple sort of thing.
So
He's
It's not a savings throw. Is what I'm asking.
no,
Okay.
it's a skill check.
9.
Oh god.
You actually you seem to like just wiggle around enough that he's not able to get it. He rolled a 7. Very luckily. Alright, so Maya's turn. For each of this demon is super as hurt as a shadowy demon can be. He looks scared, he looks desperate.
Okay. So if I came over here, would I be able to like shoot over the child?
Yeah, he's like on the
Okay.
ground.
I just want to make sure.
Well, you could move here actually.
Oh, okay.
Even.
All right. So I guess.
Actually, here I guess would make more sense. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'll just do Eldritch Blast again. See how that goes. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Definitely.
Swing and a miss.
It just sinks into the wall and makes a hole into the orphanage. You vandalize the orphanage.
Oops. I tried.
Alright, Eri's turn.
All right. I'm gonna try and get a hit today. $12. The miss. God damn it.
Miss. The owl going to go "Caw!" and try and
Hey,
alright, the owl hits and I'll roll the damage.
Man, Owl MVP.
Right?
So you see this owl just run up, start clawing the demon, and you see it dissipate. It gets scratched to death by this owl. He gets taloned, it sinks to the ground, and you see it completely loses its form.
Yay, owl!
Woohoo!
what's your owl's name?
Now,
Jorah.
Good job, Jorah.
Woohoo!
as the demon, as it dies, you see the light, how it got dark and creepy in here, it immediately gets lighter from outside. And you see, Felix gets up, stands up, and starts crying.
Well, somebody hug the kid. Damn.
Okay, I give Kid a hug.
You okay, Felix?
He says, "Yeah, I think I did some bad things.
What do you remember?
I couldn't remember everything that happened. I couldn't do anything, though. I wasn't in control. Something came in. That monster came in, and he did bad things."
Aw.
That's a bummer, Felix.
Did you do something to Cedric?
The monster pushed him out of the window.
What
That same
about no?
that monster also killed my parents,
Oh,
and he also did bad things to Melivo.
do you know what he did to Melivo?
He put the locket into his room and he started whispering things. I think he was trying to take over Melivo's body instead of mine.
Oh.
I think he wanted a stronger body or something.
Do you know if about the bones from the church?
I don't know anything about that.
Well, let's probably take you back downstairs.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you walk down the stairs.
Did you see what happened to the three boys that died?
Oh, we didn't. Forget
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry, the three boys that ran away. That ran away. I'm sorry.
They got scared of the I think they were scared of the monster. He was whispering things. They stayed in the same room with me, and I think they were scared, and they just left.
You know where they might have gone?
I don't know what happened to them. The monster didn't care about anybody other than itself.
Well, the monster won't be troubling you anymore.
Let's maybe go check on Melivo and see if he's woken up.
Yes.
Alright, so you go down to the first floor, right?
Yep.
And you see that when you get down to the room with all the children playing, you see that that the headmaster was there, and you see Melivo just walked out of his room, and he's like groggy, he's like wiping his eyes, and he's like, "Oh, I feel better now," and she's like, "Oh, that's good to hear," and all the kids are super happy that he is awake again. They don't seem to make notice of Felix, or they're more surprised about. Nobody seems to know that there's just a demon fight upstairs. They're busy, I don't know, just the chaos of a bunch of orphan children playing, I suppose.
Do we? Can we talk to the headmistress and Melivo?
Yep, you walk up to them.
But it seems that your new child, Felix, he had been possessed by a demon that we just were able to extract from him and slay. And Felix has acknowledged that the demon scared away the three boys that are missing. They ran away. So you might want to put out some word to the town that to those boys that the demon is gone, and the demon was the one who pushed Felix out the window. I'm sorry, Cedric out the window, and he had possessed, or he was trying to possess Malivo, and when we slew him, that's why he woke up. So the curse was lifted.
She said she seems very taken aback by this, and she says, "Well, I don't know what to make of all that. I'm glad the children are safe, and the other children are missing, but hopefully we find them soon. I don't believe them to be in the village. Hopefully we find them." And Malivo says, or he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of sitting there listening quietly.
And Maliva, we'd like to talk to you separately, perhaps out back or back in your room. We have a question about something else.
He says, "Very well then. Just make it quick. I've been asleep for a long time, it seems."
It shouldn't take too long.
Alright, what is this about then?
We understand you may have been involved with removing some holy bones from the church. What do you know about that?
Make an insight. He says, I don't know about that. Or wait, with the insight you see that he definitely knows something. He gets a little bit worried. He jumps a bit. But he says, "I don't know anything about no bones."
You were literally on a deathbed 5 minutes ago with absolutely no hope of surviving, and we are the only reason that you're walking around, and you're going to sit here and lie to us. Grow up. What's going on?
Alright, you Varys, make a persuasion. Or make an intimidation with your charisma modifier. So, oh yeah, it already is actually. That already is intimidation, so.
Okay. Fuck.
I'll say though, with all of you around, you have advantage because there's 5. He's surrounded by 5 people, and the DC for this is 10. So he's like, "Well, I may have taken those stupid bones. I just needed some more money for the orphanage."
Who did you give them to?
I gave them to the coffin maker, that creep, Henrik Vanderfort. He said he just handed me a bag of coins and said all I had to do was dig up those bones, so I brought them to his coffin shop.
Did he say what he wanted with those bones?
I thought it better not to ask questions. I was desperate this orphanage doesn't get a lot of money, and I just wanted to buy things for the other kids. I thought it wouldn't be that big a deal.
You thought wrong.
Stealing is no bueno.
It's just some bones, though. Dead people don't need their bones after they die. They're just dead.
Well, these are relics, right? Did I hear that right?
Well, they protected the church from other evil, so now a lot of people are gonna die.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you need to tell us, are you being truthful about the coffin maker? Or did it really go to somebody else?
It was a coffin maker, but I don't know why he would need bones, other than to put it in coffins, but it doesn't seem like that makes sense to buy bones to put in a coffin.
Did he mention anybody else?
He told me not to ask questions. He just said, get the bones and here's your money.
How much did he pay you?
He gave me 100 gold pieces.
Seems like a lot of money for digging up some
Just-
bones. It
yeah.
didn't strike you as odd?
No, I mean, I'm not. When you're an orphan, when you're raised up as an orphan, you don't really have the privilege to ask a lot of questions. I know a big metal man like yourself wouldn't understand that.
Oh, you'd be surprised that I would understand. But
So you did something bad for a good reason, but there's still consequences to that.
Alright, so I will remind you all that for this next, so you now know where the bones are. You were warned by the priest that you should try and stay into the bounds of the law. So you probably don't need to do any vigilante justice, so you have the information you need. You also have so what would you like to do next?
let's say to him that you should go talk to the priest and
Apologize.
admit what you've done and apologize. And if there's any justice to be done, he may mete that out. But note that if you don't tell him, we will. So you'll probably get a better resolution if you go and admit your guilt versus being accused.
He says, alright, then let's just get this over with. I did what had to be done. So, are you all going with him to the church?
Might as well.
Yeah, huh?
So it's around 5 p.m. It's starting to get a little bit late. It's not dark yet. Alright, so you return to the church and you see he approaches Father Lucian Petrovich and he says, I'm the one who took those bones, Father. And Lucian says, what would you know about those bones? Why would you do something so foolish? I thought I just needed to make some money. I didn't think it would be that big a deal. And Lucian says, oh, this is much worse than you can imagine. And he calls the party over. And he says, you must bring word to this to the burgomaster at once. Make sure he knows that make sure he knows of the coffin maker's guilt.
We can do that.
Do you know who? It's not immediately obvious the coffin maker was the end location for that. Do you know anyone else who might have need of these bones?
The person that would benefit most from these, he kind of walks away from Milivo so that you can hear this, the party can hear this privately, and he says, the only person I think that would benefit from these bones would be Strahd himself. Being missing would be Strahd himself, because he hasn't been able to destroy this town due to those bones protecting it, but now we're vulnerable.
Is there anyone in town notably aligned with Strahd?
the burgomaster hates Strahd. He hates anybody who, there's no Vistani allowed in town because they're often, not always, but Vistani have a tendency to be aligned towards Strahd. There are nobody else. If anyone else is, they are not very open about it. The only one I could say, Lady Fiona Watchter, her family has ties with Strahd,
Say it again.
but I don't think she would be foolish enough to have any involvement in this.
Who is that?
Lady Watchter is one of the, there's really only 2 noble families in this town that you've learned. One of them would be the Burgomaster, and the other would be the Watchters.
And the Watcher was the one that commissioned that doll.
One of her guards.
Okay.
Interesting.
But you should hurry. You should hurry to make sure the Burgomaster knows of the Coffin Maker's guilt.
Okay.
We should do that now to try to get the bones back by dark.
Yep.
Alright, so you head over to the Burgomaster's house, I guess, to knock on his door.
Yes.
Alright, so that one will be... Alright, this mansion has walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. So you knock, I suppose?
Yeah, knock on the door.
Alright, after a few moments, you see a maid open the door. Clearly a maid, and she says, "Hello, can I help you?"
We are here to see the Burgomaster. It's urgent.
She says, "Okay, well, come right here to the... Just wait in the den and I will have him see you. But just know that the Burgomaster doesn't like his time to be wasted, so we better hope it's important." Oops, I hope this map isn't... Shit, can you see right now?
Nope.
Okay, good dynamic lighting. Thank you, because you would have seen a whole bunch of stuff. Alright. Actually, it's not even that important that I put you on this map. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to show you this map, actually. So you wait in the den for a few moments, and you see the Burgomaster come in, and he says, "Yes, I've heard we had some new visitors coming to our town. Will you be staying for the festivals in the next 2 days?"
Well, we understand they're mandatory.
He looks at you and he's like, "You say that like it's a bad thing."
I'm sure it's a wonderful festival, but that's not why we're here. You may know that the I'm going to call them rocks because I can't remember what he said.
The bones of St. Anders.
Bones of St. Andrews were stolen, and we uncovered who took them, and we uncovered who he at least initially gave them to, who was the
Coffin
maker. And the priest at the church told us we should advise you of this situation.
He says, yes, we've been, I've had the guards investigating this. This is very bad for our town." He says, "Give me a moment." He runs off, he kind of marches off pretty quickly with, it seems like some purpose, and after a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, he comes back with a letter, like, a note he's marked with this seal. And he says, alright, bring this to the guards, and bring this to the guard on the east side of town. Bring it to the guard station at the east side of town. And hurry, make haste. It is getting dark out.
Okay.
Yep. Grab the letter and go. As advised.
Alright,
Ooh.
so you take this letter, you head off to the east part of town where you see the guards. There's like 8 guards on this side. There's one of them that's clearly, looks like he's a higher rank than the others.
So I'll walk up to the one that looks like he's in charge. Say, evening, we're here from the Burgomaster. We found the location of the Saint's bones you've been looking for. We're going to take you there and we're going to retrieve them and bring them back to the church. And this is the letter from the Burgomaster, and hand that to him.
Yep, he quickly opens the letter and opens it up, reads it, and says, alright, we have to hurry on this. This seems urgent. And he says, alright, Groza, Ivanovich, Inova, Ivano. He just starts calling names and he says, hurry. And he has 3 guards plus himself running with him. And they say, alright, let's go. And they call you to follow them. They beckon you to follow. And they obviously know where the coffin maker's house is.
Yep, we're following.
At this point, it is starting to get a little bit. It took you to get across town. It's around 5:30ish still, so it's not pitch black yet.
Is this a trap?
Mm.
I feel like this is a trap.
Bad vibes.
Just because it's a map, it's a trap.
No, I think it's weird that we came in and he was like, hold on, let me go do this. And then he came back and then the guards read it and they were like, okay, let's go here. And then we just followed them. And now
It was
we're-
orders. He
Oh.
gave you orders to deliver to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, please hold. Alright. This uninviting shop is 2 stories tall and has a sign shaped like a coffin above the front door. All of the window shutters are closed up tight, and a deathly silence surrounds the establishment. So you see the guards approach the door and they start banging on it and saying, Henrik Vandervoort, by orders of the Burgomaster, you are to come into custody and answer questions. And you see, after almost instantly, you see this man open the door, and he says, what is this about? And the guards say, apparently we have testimony that you've stolen the bones of Saint Andrew. He says, it's true, I have the bones, but I'll be killed if I lose them. I can't give them to you.
Killed by who?
And the guards,
Sorry.
he says, don't Don't speak too loudly, they can hear you.
Who can hear you? Who can hear? Who can hear us?
He whispers to the group, to the guards, and to all of you, and he says, "My shop is filled with vampire spawn. They're all over. They've been using this as a place of operations. The shop is filled to the brim of vampire spawn. I can't. They would never let me go down there and take it. They've put so much effort into stealing these bones. It would not, they would never allow that." And the guards say, "Well, we're gonna take you into the Burgomeister to face justice."
Where are the bones?
He says, I gave him to the vampires. I don't know what they did with them."
Where are the vampires?
They're sleeping in the coffins there. They've all taken their own coffins and they're hiding out.
I think you and the guard should stay, and we should kill them all and grab the bones, because that's more important than bringing him to justice, is getting the bones, getting them back to the church for the protection of the city.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
They say, "But do you think we should at least leave him tied up?"
Yeah, we should definitely tie him up.
Yes.
Alright, so the head guard ties him up, and they begin to start opening the door, and they're all going to start going in and looking around.
I'm gonna grab 2 of them and hand them wooden stakes and keep a third for myself. And tell them you might need these if there's vampires.
Alright, so 2 of them have went this way, and 2 of them went to the right room. Check it out. So first, this workshop, this one right here, this workshop contains everything a carpenter needs to make coffins and furniture. 3 sturdy work tables stretch the length of the west wall. So this is all carpentry, coffin making tools.
Okay.
This one here is a table with 4 chairs is in one corner of this room with a lantern hanging from a chain directly above. 2 well-made cabinets stand against the east wall.
So I think just poke in the cabinets, make sure they're empty, and just keep on moving to the next room. We need to find these things before it gets super dark and we're gonna be screwed.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so the guards head into the next room. Oh, so there's just junk in the drawers. There's nothing of significance, just
Okay.
some more random tools and building supplies.
Okay.
Let's see. So they begin to... Oh, so yeah, you all go into this room. Arranged haphazardly about the floor of this musty L-shaped room are 13 wooden coffins.
13 vampire spawn?
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy.
Are these like a display shop, or are these actual?
He's a coffin maker. Oh, these ones, I guess they're probably... No, I don't think he has display ones. They would be working coffins. Like if he sold some, he would just make more. I don't think he would have need for display
Yeah, there might be some vampire spawn.
Where's the guards? Jesus Christ. Where's the guy we tied up? How many spawn were there?
You ask him, and he says, "There's a bunch. There's many vampire spawn come in and out of this place at any time. Some of them stay, and some of them leave. You could
How many
expect.
stay?
I don't know. They come in and out as they please. Last I've
Where-
seen, there could be 10 or so.
Oh,
Where are the bones?
I told you already. I don't have the bones. They put them somewhere."
Okay, do we have to start popping coffins and check them?
seems like that might be the case.
How about a bless? We're going to be suddenly surrounded by 10 vampires.
Right.
Alright, so you're gonna start putting coffins up?
Mm,
Sure, start with
Alright,
this one right by me.
okay.
open it and be like, okay.
I'm going to ready an attack.
You see two of the guards begin, one of them pries it open with a crowbar. Actually, they're just closed. They're just, they're not, like, sealed. So one gets ready to open it up, the other one has a stake, and he lifts it up, and it's empty.
Whew.
Alright, how about this one?
Alright, the same thing, they lift it up, and it's empty.
Should we pair up and start doing these quicker? Two to a coffin, one with a stake, one to open.
Alright, so you begin doing that, but after you realize one after another, all of these are empty.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
That's a relief. But no bones. Hmm.
There was a second floor, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's an upstairs.
Door.
That one will be right here, and it will take you to...
Oh, where'd I go? There we go.
Where's everybody at? I'm lost.
Don't
Here.
go that way.
Okay.
So it takes you into... So the entrance would be right here.
Okay.
So this first one you see is a kitchen. It's just a normal kitchen surrounded by chairs and provisions.
Anything?
Alright, the guards head into this next room, and it is, this modest bed chamber holds a cot and several well-made pieces of furniture, including a table, a padded chair, a bookshelf, and a wardrobe.
Let's check the wardrobe and bookshelves thoroughly. Looking for the bones or anything else.
Alright, so everybody make a... So what specifically are you looking through?
Let's start with the wardrobe, I guess.
So everybody make a perception check who wants to look in the wardrobe.
That's everybody.
Alright, cool. Helen notices that inside this wardrobe there is a secret compartment, and you open it up, and you see two big sacks. Alright, one of the stacks, as you obviously open it up, you find the bones you're looking for. It's a bag of bones.
Yay!
The other one is a sack of gold, or of coins. Guards see the sack of coins and say, well, this man will be needing this for his fines he'll be paying. And we will also need to take the bones.
So I'll look in the desk as well, see if there's anything else.
I think since we have the bones and we know there's vampires around, we should all just get out. We got what we came for. Let's get out. Grab the guy. Well, the guards can take Henrik into custody. We'll take the bones back to the church.
Yep.
Alright, the guards say it. That seems like a good move. I don't want to, I've heard about vampires and I can't say I'd like to meet one.
Yeah, no.
Alright. So you all take it and you all leave. And I think you made the right decision.
Yay.
You could have went the fun route, but
Can I take some of these wood carving tools?
yep. Say there's a full set of wood carving tools, you can take if you want. But the guards see you and they're like, do you think it's wise to steal in front of the guards?
Oh, it's just gonna have him something for him to do in jail.
Says, well, we have bigger things to concern ourselves with than a few saws going missing. But don't come back here and steal. He's still innocent until proven guilty.
I would say it's pretty obvious he had the missing bones.
That is a fair point.
Alright, so I guess let's
All right.
rush back to the church
Yep.
and deliver the
Yes, the guards go with you and they deliver the bones. And at this point, you all can be level 4, first of all.
Yay!
I'm huge!
Time to be level 4.
Sweet.
Everybody gets an ASI with me.
Yep. Yeah, everybody gets to be a little bit more ability have. But you're a fighter, so you'll get those out the wazoo when the time comes.
I think I get my second wind here. Or action surge.
Do we need to go ahead and do our sheets in the
Yeah.
charactermancer?
Yeah, you can do that, but we can keep going because I don't think there will be any fights, so I can keep talking
Alright.
while you. And yeah, I'll give everybody the option to either take the average for HP, or you can be daring and roll for it. If you want to live on the edge, you can roll for HP.
If you knew my luck, you know why I'll be taking the average.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it personally, but if somebody wants to, that is a thing. Alright, so you have successfully returned the bones of St. Andrew to the church. When you're there, Irina sees you and she says, thank you, I forgot to properly thank you as we made it to Vallaki, to properly, I think I owe you all room and board at the Blue Water Inn. It's a pretty nice place.
Was her brother with us still?
No, Ismark stayed in, he's acting as Burgomeister in, the village of Barovia. He stayed. So it is getting late, so an inn, most likely. Or you can, there's probably some stores or something or other open.
Oh, she ain't got jack shit for money.
Well, I've got a pile of stuff that we can sell off to get money. So, there's that at least. Find a place to call it a night, though, and start figuring out what's next in the morning.
Well, you'll have free room and board at the Blue Water Inn.
Because we've kind of finished everything that we set out to do here at first, right? We've delivered the kid to the orphanage. We delivered
Irina.
Yep, delivered Irina. Took care of the bones that we had that. I think we could still check in on the Burgomaster maybe in the morning and talk to him about how awesome we are and how thankful he should be and how to properly express that thanks. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good.
Plan.
So you all head to the Blue Water Inn. Also, you should, maybe it would be a good time to talk in character about your goals in life. I mean, you all have the prophecies of Madame Ava to... They've given you a way to escape. You've been told that you won't be able to get out of Barovia through normal means. And she seemingly offered you the path to doing that. Everybody else that you've talked to, if you've had any conversations with villagers, it's common knowledge that nobody leaves Barovia. It's kind of a, it's North Korea of the D&D world.
So, how did we learn this? Who was Madame Eva?
Somebody want to explain?
Right. So we were walking through the woods, right? And these people jumped out and they're like, "Hey, you suck at life. Go talk to this lady." And so we did. And we walked into this tent and there
Oh, this is that
The fortune teller.
the fortune teller?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so all these things were bubbling, and she had been expecting us for a while. And she started flipping cards, and they had rolls, or however you would call it. They're like the merchant and the rolled swatch.
Tarot card type stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
she said we needed to find these things, and so far I don't think we found any.
I'm reading it. Skeleton of a deadly warrior laying on a bed of stone flanked by gargoyles. That's probably not the bones we just recovered. Who's the father's tomb? Is that the Burgomaster that you guys... I thought somebody said you buried the Burgomaster?
No, we just took him to have his last things read to him by the priest. I actually kind of thought that might have been the father, that boy and girl, because so far that was the only two we found at that house. But I don't know, probably not.
And there's a mama's boy, strong in body, weak of mind in Barovia.
Alright, so we'll say you are now walking towards the Blue Water Inn. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story window building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall.
Something about ravens I read. I see a nest of ravens. There you'll find the prize. So where are these ravens? They're on
There's just like 5 or 6 ravens perched on the roof of this building.
Let's go to the roof.
Wait, really? So you're gonna
Heavy,
try
you
and
might
climb on the
crush it
roof?
in. Don't
Oh,
do
I
that.
might not. I might not be a good idea, but I'm just saying one of our fortunes says raven. We'll find. Well, maybe it's just literally this place is where we'll find it, but we may need to go up to their nest to find a prize if it's literal.
Alright, so you're now inside of, and oddly enough, there's a map for an inn. Alright, so you got a few individuals at this place. Let's put... Alright, you've entered the Blue Water Inn. What would you like to do?
Like a big glass of blue water.
Alright, so you go up to the bar to say that.
What do you have on top there, madam? Is that a woman? I can't tell.
Yes, it is, so let's see how I describe her. Actually, you don't see her right now because it is late. You see this guy. He says, do you walk up next to this guy? So you see right here, you see a man sitting at the bar, and you see this barkeep. And is anybody else doing anything else? You all going to sit up at the bar?
No, I'm gonna hang back with these ladies.
Alright, you're hearing some commoner ribble rabble. I'll get to that in a moment. And Helen, are you doing the same thing, listening to these women?
Yeah, eavesdropping.
Alright, and this guy right here, I'll say Varys went. So, Era, you noticed something weird about this guy next to you? That he has the ears of a half-elf. This guy is clearly a half-elf. He's just sitting at the bar, He was drinking. He has like a drink in front of him, but he also has books that he's writing in. And you see the barkeep, and he says, "Oh, you must be those people that brought Irina here. You're paid for the night. You have drinks complimented to you, and your rooms are upstairs." He hands you keys. You all have, I believe, there's actually 2 rooms of 4, 2 rooms with 4 beds.
Interesting. You know, we also just saved your town from a great evil. The bones of Saint What's his face were taken, and we just recovered them.
Says, "Oh well, you're heroes then. That's wonderful. I love our town to not be destroyed. That's really nice of you."
Oh, you're welcome.
He says, "So what else brings you to town other than just being good Samaritans?"
Can we bring up the fortunes? And we're speaking.
So what do you say? How do you bring it up?
I guess I'm not even over there. Never mind.
Well, I'm guessing. What do you know about the ravens perched on your roof? My good man.
An insight check.
Pardon?
Make an insight.
$13 or 14?
So you see he gets a little bit interested once you start. The moment you started talking about ravens, he perked up a little bit. And he's like, "Well, you know, in Vallaki, everybody loves the ravens. They're, some say they carry this, they're like guardian spirits. They carry souls. They're protectors. Nobody messes with the ravens in Vallaki, or anywhere else in Barovia for that matter."
Interesting. Why are they revered so? Aside from protectors, is there any other association?
He says, "You seem to be asking a lot of questions about the ravens. Is there?"
Well, I happened to notice there were several perched above the inn as we walked in, and just a point of interest immediately. Someone had mentioned to us sorry, lost it. We were told that we would find something important with a nest of ravens.
As you say that, he was getting ready to pour you some wine. You see he has 2 casks of some wine, and he says, "Let me get you some of the good stuff over here." And he moves over, and he's kind of motions for you to move closer so you can talk a little bit more privately. And he pours you a glass of, this is the Red Dragon Crush. It's much better than the normal stuff. It's the best you can get here in Barovia. And he leans in, he hands it over to you, he leans in, and he says, "My supply of wine is nearly gone, and the next shipment is overdue. I'll give you what you want if you bring me that wine. The vineyard and winery is a few miles west of here. Just follow the road, follow the old Fowler's Road and the signs.
Ah. Well,
He says, but enough of Raven talk.
I appreciate your candidness, and we'll stop talking about ravens in public.
Subtle.
I mean, well, you can talk about them if you're talking about how cool they are. Just
Ravens are so cool.
don't. Yeah, they are. All right. Let's see what you guys hear. Yeah, you hear those women, Vera and Helen here. They're talking about. You hear that one of them is like, it's way too dangerous to go fishing on that lake. Nobody goes out there except that drunkard Bluto. He's been out there every morning and he hasn't caught anything. That's pretty much the conversation you hear.
Okay, actually, I think I might want to go talk to this half-elf guy.
I'm gonna
Alright.
tag along with you as support.
Okay, I want to walk up to him and I want to be like, another. Wait, I forgot. Oh, okay, I remember. Okay, I want to be like, another half elf. I haven't seen another run around here yet. We could be cousins, you know.
He says, I do not believe that would be possible. He looks up though and he seems somewhat interested. He stops writing for a moment. He says, you are certainly different from the rest of the folks we see around here though. I do have to say.
Yeah, we're not like other girls.
Oh my god. That is so true. He is-
I'm sorry, I had to say.
I don't know her.
If somebody's porn music starts playing,
I'm putting my hand on her face. And I'm putting my hand on her face. And I'm like, I don't know her. Not really. And then I'm going to be like, so what are you writing about?
He smirks and he's like, funny enough, I do run a Roman carnival. I could use one like that. He points to Helen.
One like what?
You, someone who tells jokes like that.
Oh, jeez.
All right. What was the last thing you asked?
What was he writing about?
He says, as a performer, I have to keep coming up with good stories, keep writing jokes and things like that.
We're pretty good at telling jokes.
Ha ha ha, I laugh sarcastically.
Would you? Could we come to the carnival sometime?
He says, well, I'm actually just stopping in town. I don't plan to have any shows here. You see, this town didn't really take too well to the carnival. I decided to give my monkey up. I had a cool monkey and I gave him away because, sometimes somebody else needs a pet monkey more than you. So I think I might be moving away from the carnival life. I haven't decided yet.
Did you happen to give this monkey to a super weird toy maker local?
Yes, I gave it to Mr. Blinsky. He seemed like a lonely man. He would have more use of the monkey than I. He seems to enjoy it. The monkey, that is.
shocking. Thank you for getting my joke.
Helen, anything you'd like to say?
No?
He says, "Oh, perfect." Actually, he says, "Well, actually, it is just about." He looks at, or he kind of looks outside and sees what time it is, and he says, "I do have something to be doing now, so it is a pleasure meeting you, and I should be going." And you see him take a handkerchief, and he had some apples and a steak. He takes a steak that he had out on the side, and he starts wrapping it up in a handkerchief. And he says, he doesn't say anything. He just starts wrapping this food up and getting ready to leave.
What kind of plans do you have going on?
I have to make sure the toy maker eats well. He's he doesn't take care of himself. He needs to somebody needs to bring him food every now and then. I feel sorry for the man, so anyway, I should be going.
Oh, he looked pretty plump to me when I saw him.
He walks out, just ignores that, and walks away.
Can we follow him? Oh no!
Can we?
You wanna follow him?
Yeah, kinda. I want to see where he's taking the food.
Alright, so we'll say since Eri wouldn't want, he's heavily armored, it's probably not a good idea for him to come anyway. So I'll tell you, you can listen to more gossip from the commoners in a moment. And Demaya, are you gonna go? Are you gonna...
I was actually gonna go and see what's up with these guys up top.
Cool. Yeah. Let's see what we should do first then.
Just kind of like sit over here.
Yeah, let's do that first then. So you sit up to those guys and they say, so it's those two guys, they say, what are these guys' names? Oh. They say, take a seat, red woman.
Okay.
They seem excited to have somebody, and they say, if you're ever looking for guides, if you ever need somebody to take you out in the lands of Barovia, me and Yevgeny here would be of service. We're the best wolf hunters of this town. You see, they're covered in pelts. They have a whole bunch of wolf pelts. They're kind of stinky outdoorsmen.
Were you the ones that provided those wolf heads on the stakes?
Yes, we did. We brought them for the Burgomaster paid us very well for those. The other one says, Yevgeny says he paid us very well.
So you're hunters, basically?
We're hunters, outdoorsmen, whatever you call it, I suppose. Guides. We do it all, but the only thing we don't do is we won't travel at night. We don't travel the streets, the woods at night, unless we would have to be paid an insane amount of money. I don't think it's worth it for anyone, though, to travel at night.
Why is that?
The other one says you don't know how dangerous it is out here. That's a silly question.
I see. Well, if I'm ever in need of hunters or trappers, I know where to find you.
Or guides.
Or guides.
Or, yes, very good. They get back to their drinking.
Woo.
And, Now the two people that are following this man. Oh, he told you his name was Rictavio. So roll stealth checks if you're following Rictavio.
It looks like Count Olaf, by the way.
Kind of.
It's what?
Looks like Count Olaf. Damn it, Helen.
Alright. So you see that you're following him for a few minutes. You see him going through it. Let's see the map actually to make sure I can and the Blue Water Inn was okay, so he walks this way and you think he's
Oh, we're still at the bar.
okay. Alright, so the Blue Water Inn is right here. You see him walking out, and he walks towards Blinsky's would be this one right here. Oh wait. So this is the inn. Blinsky's here. Roll one more stealth check. Or we'll say Vera can roll it with advantage for the both of you. Because it's kind of night, it's a little bit easier to... Alright, so you think you're losing him for a moment, but he walks past Blinsky's, and you see him go all the way down towards...
Oh yeah,
So you see-
I want to turn to Helen and be like, don't forget about that storage area. We need to go there. Oh, is that where we're going? Never mind.
Wait, the storage yard?
Yeah,
What storage area are you talking about?
yeah, the storage area.
No. Why did you say that?
We
Okay.
walked past it on the way in.
Yeah, that is where you see you eventually follow him, and he goes to the storage yard, and you see this large stockyard has several lock sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads, a Rasic Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, its colorful paint peeling off. Faded lettering on its side spell out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy padlock secures the back door. So you're hiding behind crates and you see Rictavio go all the way to his carnival. I have a picture of it, I think.
Do you have thieves' tools?
I don't think I do. No. Let me double check.
Uh,
Spatula.
We have some. Varys has them.
Yep.
Yeah, this is in the inn
Okay.
still. Alright, you see
How
this?
fun!
Okay.
You see Rictavio walk up to his he opened, so from where you're watching off, he doesn't see you. It's pretty dark out now, it's getting too late. You see him pull you see him pull something out of it. You're probably not close enough to see what. One of the food items, and he throws it into the wagon.
Sounds
Yeah.
coming from the wagon.
You're pretty far at this point. You would have to like you're staying somewhat far back to not let him see you. So you wait a few minutes and you see him, he leaves. He did something, he leaves, he doesn't spot you. And you're alone in the stockyard.
Okay. Can we creep up and try to look and see inside of the wagon? Or hear if we're here if we hear any noises and then creep up to it?
Yep, once you start getting near the wagon, you just hear a growling, you hear a
Can I determine what kind of animal it is? Since I'm a ranger.
Yeah, you know it's some kind of cat, some kind of
Kitty.
large cat. No, like a could be from what you're hearing from anything from a panther, mountain lion, could be a tiger, any number of large cats. Sounds like a large cat.
Was that Jeff? That's Jeff.
Aww. Oh, you can hear Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Aww. She wants dinner, so I'll have to go soon.
Okay, can we go up to the wagon?
Okay.
Go to the wagon. So actually, when he did it, he actually climbed up top and dropped. He opened a little hatch and dropped food into it. That's what you saw.
Okay, I'm gonna climb up top and try to look down undetected by the big cat.
You see the hatch that he opened. He must have unlocked. It was a key. It has a padlock.
Oh. Can I break it open? Oh no. Is there any kind of windows or anything?
There's another front door that opens like a little, but it's also padlocked. Oh wait, no, sorry. The hatch doesn't have a lock on it, so you can open it up without. Only the front of the cage has a lock. The top is just like, since you saw him climb up, you know that there's a hatch up there.
Then can I open the top and look inside?
Alright. Like you open it all the way up.
Nah, I just want to peek in.
You open the door to peek in. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh crap.
Wow, you're so lucky.
I know.
Alright, as you peek in, you see what looks to be a saber-toothed tiger reach up with his arm and try and open the door, but you're able to quickly close it again on top, and he's just growling and freaking out.
Okay, can I try to do an animal handling?
You can try.
Too bad I wasn't there. I have beast speech.
Can always go back.
You're trying to calm it down.
Yeah, if I fail, I'm just gonna leave.
You see, after you kind of make it calm down a little bit, it just goes back to laying down, but it's still growling and sniffing a little bit. It still seems to be aggressive, but it's not trying to break out of the top or anything.
Good kitty.
Alright, I think that's a good spot to end it.
Alright.
Okay.
You're left with questions. Why did he give away his monkey? Why does he have a saber-toothed tiger? Why was the barkeep so weird about the whole Raven question? Find out next time.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.